just says pause. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, everyone. We're going to give it a few minutes just to get a critical mass. Thank you for joining us. We're just going to give it another minute and then we'll start. Okay. All right. I think we have a good group here. We'll start. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Betty Francisco, and I'm the co-founder of Amplify Latinx, a nonprofit social venture whose mission is to build economic and political power for the Latino community in Massachusetts. Through our Power Up Latinx business program, we support Latino-owned businesses through connections, access to resources, capital, and social networks. I want to welcome you to the launch of this 4-part webinar series on social media marketing to increase sales and brand awareness. This is an English and Spanish webinar series for small businesses that will run for the next 4 weeks. So on Wednesdays, we have the English version and Thursdays, the Spanish. Today is our first session on discovering your ideal customers and the digital platforms to best reach your target audience. So these sessions build on each other, so we encourage you to attend all of them if you're able to. And we are recording the sessions, so if you miss one, you'll be able to get the recording afterwards. So this series was created as part of the Latino Business Resilience Program that Amplify Latinx, the Enterprise Center, and Surfside Capital Advisors has been running for the past few months. We currently are serving 35 Latino businesses in this program, and practically all of them told us that they wanted more training and best practices on social media marketing. And so here we are, we developed this program for you, and we're excited to kick off this training, which is being delivered by our partners at Hispanic Market Solutions and Higher Dreams. So before we start, I want to thank our partners, as well as Mass Growth Capital Corporation, LISC Boston, and the Boston Foundation for their generous support for this program. Without them, we could not do our work. So I would now like to introduce you to Eduardo Crespo. He is a longtime friend and collaborator of Amplify Latinx, and he's the founder and CEO of Hispanic Market Solution based in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Hispanic Market Solution is a multilingual communications company that helps small businesses and nonprofits understand, reach, and service the Latino multicultural communities in Massachusetts and beyond. Please join me in welcoming Eduardo, who will share more about the training today.
Hola, Betty, and thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. This is my pleasure to introduce my also longtime friend and business partner, Sanibel Melo. She is the founder and CEO of Higher Dreams, a bilingual, English and Spanish, digital marketing company. And she is a highly recognized expert in helping businesses leverage the power of social media to increase businesses' sales. Sanibel is really a trailblazer a highly successful entrepreneur that has received numerous awards for her creativity, enthusiasm, knowledge, and empowerment of women-owned businesses. So welcome, Sanibel, and take it on.
Thank you very much, Eduardo. I am very happy that all of you are here. This is the first step to work on your business. Sometimes we're so busy working, doing everything in our business, but this is a chance for yourself. Your biggest asset is your time. So this is a great opportunity for you to take your time to be able to relaunch and rethink what you have been doing on social media so you can increase your sales. You can follow me at Zanibel Melo and all my social networks. We are as Higher Dreams Team on Instagram. Thank you so much for having me here. For some reason, we're having a little bit of technical issues.
There's a little delay.
Yes, there's a little delay. Sometimes when it's stuck, I'll have to minimize it and then go on. So the attendees will be muted during the session, except during exercises in the Q&A. To ask questions, please use the Q&A box in the Zoom. It looks like this. Well, that's the chat. Where's the Q&A one?
Well, actually, we just have chat. They'll use the chat.
Okay, so you use the chat. Sorry, it's stuck. Not sure why. I hope it doesn't keep doing this for the rest of the presentation. We'll use the chat on the Zoom toolbar that it looks like this. If you have a question, or wait till the end of the presentation, or raise your hand to speak and we will mute you. This session will be recorded and we'll have a survey for you towards the end, so we can get your feedback and you can win a $25 Amazon gift card. We celebrated many different ways. We're celebrating 15 years and it's a gift from us to you to participate and have a chance to win. And we'll choose one winner per week. There are many ways of winning and that's one of them. I want to take an opportunity to kind of know a little bit about you. Perhaps what do you offer? We have a little poll and just answer the poll. I want to know if you offer a service or a product and what social networks do you use? So I want to take a little moment so you can go ahead and answer that for me. Okay, great. So most of you, which is typical, have a service. 60% of you have a service. That's great. Not too shabby. 47% have a product. So there's two different strategies and things that I could share definitely for those of you that have a product to sell. And then the other question is what? Now we have here.
1 second, let me,
Sorry.
I'm going to launch the second question. Okay, there we go.
And the second question is, are you on social media? If so, which platforms? Oh. Most of you are on Facebook, Instagram, 50%, LinkedIn, Twitter. Only 7% are on all. Well, 20% on none, and then 7% on other. 19. So the top two right now is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, which are the most popular. There you go. All right, awesome. So since we are talking about social media today, we're gonna give a gift to the most engaged for a chance to network and win. So we're giving away $50 for those of you who are the most engaged. Just so if you know or learn something new, share it with us and tag us. So tag Amplify Latinx and Higher Dreams team on Instagram. Very, very easy, only 3 steps. So share something new, tag, and use the hashtag #PowerUpLatinxFix. And we will choose a winner towards the end for a $50 gift card. So remember, the more you participate, you will win something. I know a lot of you love to shop on Amazon. So this is the agenda. We're going to define your business model, define your brand, how do you want others to perceive you, and describe your customer, gender, age, and income. We're going to establish smarter social goals and audit your social media presence and target audience. It's really important to define who you are, especially for those of you, a lot of small businesses I have noticed, we have done about 200 business plans. And most businesses, small businesses don't have a business plan, and that's very difficult for us as marketers to help you because your business plan needs to align with your marketing plan. And you need to know who you are. So I want to provide a disclaimer for you. Since digital updates daily, this presentation was last updated on May 28th. And strategies are subject to change at any given moment due to social or digital marketing innovation. And this is important because last year, because of COVID, all the social platforms, all the social networks did massive updates. They included a lot of different things, sometimes items and tools for free to help you grow, to add more products, and I can share that with you as we move along, what kind of new things each platform added to be able to push small businesses forward. Certain why it's stuck, but here we go. So COVID-19 really had an impact in a lot of small businesses, and to say that it was a hard year is an understatement, but it really moved forward a lot of innovation and creativity in between companies, and it also pushed a lot of consumers to use more technology. This is a chart from McKinsey & Company on your interaction, on how you have pushed yourself as a customer to use digital. Globally, COVID-19 has accelerated digital up to 3 years. Here in North America, they include Canada and the United States. The adoption also has been 3 years. So 3 to 4 years is the average on how digital you have adopted digital yourself as a consumer. So maybe if you didn't really try to order your groceries online, that was the moment that you tried ordering your groceries online. Or maybe you never did Uber Eats or DoorDash, and you as a consumer is like, okay, so I want to protect myself. How can I download all these apps and interact with them to be able to survive? So across the board, COVID-19 accelerated digital 7 to 10 years, particularly for companies that needed to be fully digitized, to be able to make money, to be able to survive. You see globally, the acceleration of adoption is 7 years. In Asia, usually countries in Asia are a little bit more advanced than the United States, so the adoption was 10 years or more. Europe 7, and here I say when they say North America, Canada, and the United States, about 6 years, and that's very, very significant. The highest impact in the development of all of these technologies have been in medicine, and seeing, and I remember my child got sick during COVID, and I had to download an app to do telemedicine, and telemedicine has had the most impact last year. So what the health industry was going to develop and do 5 years along the road, they had to hurry up and do it now. And so now all of these companies have been forced to really fully digitize themselves, or at least do a hybrid to be able to survive. And you can do the same thing for your business. Maybe you felt a little bit intimidated last year, or maybe it was your first time that you did an Instagram live. I remember seeing a lot of my clients asking me, hurry, I need to be on Instagram. And then you'll see all the bubbles. If you were on Instagram, you'll see all the bubbles, live bubbles on the top of people trying to do Instagram live. So we had to help our customers get online as soon as possible. But if you were one of those individuals or businesses that had a little bit of a hard time, and maybe you tried it and it didn't work out, this is a time for you. This is a time to work on your business and be able to align yourself for the next 2 quarters to be able to increase your sales online, because it is possible. You cannot give up on me now. I'll guide you through the whole process. So first of all, you need to think about your business. What is it that your business does? What problem does it solve? Does it add value? Because let me tell you, something that I see very often with Hispanics is like, I'll just offer this item for the lowest price possible, and people will buy from me. And that is a mentality that it should not be that way. That's a mentality that I have seen for a lot of Hispanic businesses. If you can add value to your product, if people can see it and it's clear to them, they'll pay whatever price, trust me, that you put on your products and services. But you have to add that value, and people in their mind, that needs to be clear to them what that value is. So I know most of you probably do not have a business plan. So we're kind of gonna do like a business plan on the fly by identifying your business model. So first of all, you have to identify the problem. Not sure what's going on with this slide, but we'll get through it. So if you have a notepad, if you have a pen, I was a teacher at Full Sail University, and I've been teaching to different types of university. So those of you that are here and have seen me present or teach know that I like hands-on. So please get a notepad, get a pen, or if you're typing on your tablet or on your phone, make sure that you take this moment for yourself and work on your business and think of your business model. If you need to adjust it, rethink it, this is the time to do that. So think about the problem that you're solving. So write it down right now, what problem your service or product solves. What's the problem in the market, and then the solution. So I'm going to give you a moment to think about that and write it down. After that, so your problem will give you, the problem that you're solving will give you your value. What's your value proposition? So when you're answering like, okay, what's the problem or what's the need in the market, and how am I solving this? Because you are solving a problem that this consumer has, or that this customer has. So that will give you the type of value that you're giving them. I'm gonna go in more detail on this as we go along. What are the different types of revenue streams? How you make money? So you have your business. It could be a service or a product. You're solving a problem in the market. and to make it easier for you, think about what your competitors are doing and how you're making the service better. So you're solving a problem, find a solution for that problem. What's the value that you're giving them? And what are your revenue stream? How are you making money? So if you have, now to make it very easy for you. So we're a digital marketing agency. So what are different ways in which we can make money with that? Well, we do websites, we do social media management. We have many different revenue streams. Make sure that your cost is market price. So if your cost structure is above market price, then there's a situation, there's a problem. Unless you're marketing yourself as a high value item. And think about, and I love my MacBook Pros and your iPhones, $1,200 for an iPhone. But if the consumer sees the value in the iPhone, so they don't mind to pay $1,200 for that item. So you can identify, okay, am I outside the market value for this? Is my customer price sensitive? I did a marketing, believe it or not, for a gas station. Gas stations don't market themselves, but they wanted me to do a marketing plan for them. So I did. They're actually called Shaky Legs. They're very innovative. Of course, they cannot compete with Wawa, but people are very conscientious about the price of gas. They go to another gas station just because it's a penny less. But how are they going to make money? Well, they had to rearrange their store because gas stations really, they don't make their money through gas. They make their money through what they sell at the store. So they had to rearrange everything that they saw at the store. So the higher and more valued price items were in the front of the store for them to be able to monetize the services and also the products that they were delivering. How are you distributing this product or service? And a lot of people right now, especially with influencers on social media, they are selling their knowledge. That's called in marketing thought leadership and digital marketing. So that's one distribution channel for a person that offers consulting services, and they do that digitally now. But where's your product distributed? Is it, I mean, distributed on Macy's? Are you selling it on your website? Where is it? Where can I find it? Where can I find your product? So what are the different channels? And if you can think of other channels of distribution, write it down. Now, I see a lot of individuals confuse value proposition with competitive advantage. And I want you to remember this. This is how you differentiate both. So your competitive advantage is something that you offer that is hard for competitors to duplicate. Something that you offer that is hard or difficult for your competitors to duplicate. Your value proposition, your competitors can easily duplicate it. They can, offer better customer service, for example. They can have a hold of your vendors and try doing business with them, for example. But your competitive advantage is something very unique that is hard for them to grasp or to duplicate. And how are you measuring? How are you measuring success? Because most of the time we're working, and then we don't stop. We don't stop to see if all of this time that we are working on our business is actually giving us results. We don't take that moment. We have families, we have our business, and sometimes we don't sit down and maybe quarterly take a look at if all of the things that we have built, all these items make sense. Are they working? How do you measure success? And measuring success is going to become very, very important when you are analyzing your reports and analytics on social media. It is very, very difficult to move forward if you don't know your value proposition. If you're not really sure how you're solving a problem, or how is your business different than a competitor? Is your price all right? Maybe that's an issue. That's why you're not increasing your sales. So you have to identify in each one of these items and make it strong. So this is a chance for you to think about that, because it will be very significant for you to know that, for you to be able to be successful on social media. And if you need help with your business plan, the Enterprise Center is at your disposal. They help with business plans. Who are you? Sometimes there's like a crisis, an identity crisis on how you want others to perceive you. And I'll give you a great tip, because this helped me a lot. We were the winners of the Now Business Plan competition on innovation and creativity. And one of the things that I had to face early, and being a business owner, is like, who am I? It was a struggle, like how you try to discover and understand who you are as a person. It's kind of the same thing for a business as well. It's a baby is growing, or maybe it's is an adolescent in the middle of the road. But then when things change, like what happened with COVID-19, that everything stopped, and maybe you just lost yourself. So it's a way to rediscover who you are. Maybe the company that you need to be today cannot be the same company that it was before COVID-19. So you had to change your business model. You have to change the way that others perceive you. Perhaps you need to rebrand, and that's okay. I did it. I mean, we're 15 years in this business, and in the 10th year, we rebranded. We did a facelift. We're reborn. We change. You have to change with the times. So who are you? How do you want the world to perceive you? And with platforms like Instagram, this is really, really important, because who you are in the physical world should not be divorced on who you're telling people you are on social media. What qualities set you apart from your competition? And believe it or not, because of the rise of millennials, we're the largest demographic actually in the world, and we have changed every single industry you could think of. Your brand needs to have a personality. It needs to have heart. People do not want to work with brands that don't care. Is your company innovative? Is it perhaps traditional? Hands-on? Are you creative? Energetic? Are you passion-driven? Are you a sophisticated brand? I need to see that with everything that you put out there. Every piece of content that you put out there needs to tell me that. So if you value quality and then your post is pixelated, then that is not telling me as a consumer that you value quality. Or if you say that you value quality and your website doesn't look good, then I won't trust you, because you're promoting yourself or you're branding yourself as a quality business, but you're not demonstrating that. So how does your current customers react to your brand's personality? And an exercise that I could give you, this helped me as well. And I did this exercise a long time ago, where I asked my friends and family, so what do I do? Just a simple question, just like that. What do I do? What product do I sell? What do you think of this product? And you can start that way if you don't have access to your customers, or maybe your customers are saying other things about you. If your customers are saying other things about you on your Google reviews, then there's a problem. That's another way to start as well, to do an assessment of what customers think about you. Sometimes you're too scared, especially with restaurants. They're too scared to look at their Google reviews and answer them or shift or pivot. You need to face the facts and then change for you to be able to grow. What characteristics about who you are and the services or products you're offering stand out to them? What does it stand out? So, and you can do this exercise easily with your friends and family. Start there, because I want you to start small, okay? And then we can develop from here. But if I'm selling this bottle of water, and I saw that a good chunk of you sell a product, just ask and tell them to give you an honest answer. Don't pick your friend that thinks everything is wonderful that you do. But criticism is constructive criticism is healthy. So just ask them, what do you think about my product? And they will tell you. Or go on your reviews and review them. Which characteristics and qualities get the first attention of potential prospects? What catches their eye about your product, or maybe your service? I know people that are in the service industry, they get, well, hopefully you'll get a lot of referrals. But if you do get referrals, ask the person that referred you, why did you refer me to this other person? And they will tell you. I asked that once in a while. So I represent the Florida market. So we have a office in downtown. And if you see the map, there's like so many marketing agencies in downtown, literally at least 30. And we, of course, they're bigger. They're all nationwide, many states. And I always ask, why did you choose us? Ask the same question for your product or service when next time that somebody refer you. So now we're going to talk about your goals, your objectives. This exercise, are your business goals smarter? It really started with the human resources industry, and it really branched out into other industries and really making an assessment of themselves and being realistic of themselves. Your goals and objectives have to be clearly defined and specific. So, and remember, whatever you do internally, you have to reflect it on digitally as well. It cannot be divorced. And that's why we have to go through this process first before we can take a deep dive into digital. Are you quantifying what you're doing with your business? What is your indicator of progress? Is it measurable? So you have all these plans, and you have to be realistic with yourself. Who's going to do it? And most small businesses are doing 10 things and only one person is doing everything. And you have to think about, if I take on this and I'm going to challenge you to focus and develop at least one social media platform and make a sale on that social media platform, are you going to have the time and to do it? And time is a resource. You don't usually measure it, but time is a resource. Are you going to have the time to do it? And if you do, when are you going to do it? Or maybe you're a little bigger. Maybe you're not a one-person show. Maybe you're a little bigger. You have more than 4 employees, and you can assign somebody to be able to help you. They need to be realistic. Are your goals and objectives realistic based on the resources that you have right now? And resources go beyond money. It also includes if you have the right help. So if you are going to take digital more seriously and you want to get the sales coming in, are you going to have somebody that it's dedicated in picking up the phone calls that come perhaps from your Google ads? Are you going to have somebody answering all the emails, setting up reservations for your restaurants online? And also, what is the time frame that you're going to put yourself in as well? Are you going to complete this in this quarter? Are you going to start this quarter? So I always tell my fellow business owners, especially small business owners, I tell them to put a time frame. And it's the same, almost similar to when you perhaps have a full-time job and you have a gig that you make money with that gig, but really, you really want to do your business full-time, but you never put a date. And then years pass by, 7, 10 years, and you're still not launching your business full-time. So you do have to put a date on it. You have to be realistic as well with those goals. Yep. Is the time related? Are you on track? Maybe with the craziness of the family, and I know, trust me, it's very difficult to manage, to have a life and work balance when you have your own business. And sometimes you lose track of the prize. So you just have to stop and evaluate that you are on track. So if you are off track, reevaluate your objectives. So in your notepad, I would like you to write down, what is your social media goals? Now, you already did a quick business model, rethinking your business model. Then you rethought your brand, how you want others to perceive you. And then think about your social media goals. And just think about the top 3. And I need you to please avoid goals that focus on what we call in marketing vanity metrics, such as followers. And let me tell you something. I don't know what's the craze, unless you want to be a paid influencer about followers. But let me tell you, when you are a business, having a bunch of followers that you're not monetizing doesn't make any sense. Plus, as we look into the future, micro and the smaller amount of followers that you have, but it's better because they're specific. They're clients that can buy from you, that can go and sit down at your event. That is what matters. This fascination with followers is actually our own fault. And I say our own fault because I'm including myself as a marketer here, because 10 to 15 years when, digital wasn't even here, what it is today, the way that we measured success through advertising was through how many eyeballs looked at something. So when this new technology was emerging, we didn't know what social media was going to become. We put a lot of emphasis on followers. And let me tell you something, and you will see in your Instagram that right now, Facebook owns Instagram, and that's why I'm gonna refer, when I talk about Instagram, I refer to Facebook. Facebook has taken out the amount of, for example, a vanity metric could also be defined as how many likes you have. They have all these likes on your post hidden for a purpose for other people, and also only yourself can see it. But as far as followers, you have to have the right followers. It's the quality of followers, not the quantity of followers. So make sure that you have that in your mind. Align your social media goals with your department goals for sales and marketing and productivity. So I took a look at the type of small businesses that are here. So it could be your own individual goal for one particular product that you want to push or sell. And that could be one of your goals. Or maybe go through the design on how you want others to perceive this, bottle of water that you're gonna sell. So I want you to take the time to define those goals. And like I mentioned before, you need to align your business goals to your social media goals. So let's say that your business goals is brand awareness. So you have a new product that you want to launch. So this new product that you want to launch, or a new service, you want everyone to know about it. This is brand awareness. So the way that you align the brand awareness to your social media goals is through reach. And let me tell you, when we go ahead and talk about ads, when we talk about how to set up ads in one of the sessions, you'll see this again. You'll see this chart again. So all of this that I'm sharing with you, you will see it again. So brand awareness is social media goals is reach. Thought leadership. What's thought leadership? Are you selling knowledge? What you know? The social goals is consumption. So you are putting out there, and a great example is what we're doing with our Instagram account. It's just putting information on what's new on social media and all that stuff. We want to be the first, and we went through a process of transformation ourselves too. So we first were doing it in English for many years, and then we transitioned into providing information in Spanish because of the great need of our community. So do you want to do that for yourself as well in your own industry? You want to be seen as the expert, as the leader in your industry. So your business goals, you want to get referrals or word of mouth, as we call it. And word of mouth translates into your social media goals as shares, likes, or maybe you're on Twitter, retweets. Maybe that's your social goal, because that's a great referrals. Leads, maybe you want leads. So we have leads and sales here, and they're different, okay? And when you are putting a social media ads up, you will see that there's a difference. And the difference with the leads, it pertains more to the service. And there is and I will show you this as well in the ads section, on when you have an ad and you want leads, and you have your call to action, your social goals to call to action to get leads, there is a section on your Facebook for Business page where you can have access to these leads. Sales is more for selling the product. And Facebook will tell you, this ad sold X amount of products, and this is your cost per product and all of that. And I'll show you an example of that as well. But if that's your goal, to sell more of your product in social goals, that's called conversion. What's your conversion? How many sales do you make? Feel free to write this down or take a picture of the screen, because we're going to go back to this again for you to have a clear understanding on how you can reach your goals. And maybe you have been doing social media for a long time and you haven't sell anything, or maybe you see a sale every quarter, but things are going to change for you if you follow these steps and just think about it. Think about what you have been doing and what you can do better and change things around for your business. Sometimes it needs a little tweak, and sometimes your business model needs to change, or maybe the way that others perceive you needs to change. And that's something that you can do. Now, listen, you have 6 months left, or maybe less. Yes, June, 6 months. So in 6 months, you can do a lot. And what matters is that you get started, that you start. And we're here to guide you all the way. So you have your product or service, and now where do you go to market them and distribute them? Now, for small businesses, there's no need for you to be everywhere just yet. Just start with one. That's your homework for the next quarter. Start with one based on where your customers are. And we're going to find out how you can find your customers in a minute, but I need to go over this for now. So these numbers that you see on your left for Pinterest, and we'll start for Pinterest, 150 million active users. Active users, it's very important. This is not the overall user, or how many subscribers, members, or people are there, but how many people log in actively every month. So these numbers on your left are from 2017. The numbers on your right are the current numbers. So if you see, Pinterest had 150 million in 2017, and today it has 478 million monthly active users. So 478 million people are on Pinterest actively every month. Now, the largest opportunity for these particular industries are in Pinterest. So if you sell product for babies, Pinterest is awesome. If you are in the wedding industry, Pinterest is a platform for you. If you are in fashion, you can do Pinterest and Instagram. If you love recipes, or you're selling recipes, maybe you have a recipe book, or you have a restaurant, Pinterest. Or you're selling decor for homes. Pinterest is great. And people think about Pinterest last. I'm not sure why. Maybe because Instagram is like the cool kid on the block and people want to be in it. But just think, and this is a cliche, but I'm going to use it anyway. Just think outside of the box and do something different, and go into a platform that best align with what you're trying to sell. Now, Twitter, you can still work Twitter, but with Twitter, I have noticed that it works best if you have paid ads. Now, you can get away with organic reach on Pinterest until you get the hang of it on how it works, but on Twitter, it's a little bit different. Now, Twitter has had a sluggish growth, but believe it or not, Twitter was the platform that was the most innovative during COVID-19. And they added a lot of different things. They added what it's called fleets. And fleets is the equivalent of an Instagram story, but they call it tweets. You cannot call it, Twitter stories because they could get sued. But but you have also group chats as well. It's based on audio. So you can talk. That's another thing. Podcast is growing so much that a lot of these different platforms are including options for you to just have a group and talk and have audio in there. And this is due to the growth of Clubhouse, but we're not going to talk about Clubhouse right now. But I just wanted to, for you to understand why Twitter has been, transforming. It's catching up between Twitter and LinkedIn. They're the platforms that they innovate, but it takes them longer to do so and to catch up. But that doesn't mean that they're not as important. Also, Twitter. In 2018, they started with 140 characters, but they added, now there's 280 characters, which made it better for people. You can follow conversations better as well. And you have a lot of restaurants, believe it or not, here, and companies use Twitter as a customer service platform as well. So maybe it's a funny story or not, but when Instagram was down a lot in 2019. It had a lot of technical issues, and people flocked onto Twitter to find out why their accounts were not working or why they couldn't post. And Facebook uses Twitter a lot, believe it or not, for customer service, and so other companies as well. Facebook has grown a tremendous amount to 2.8 billion monthly active users. And what they have been pushing right now are the Facebook groups. Now, Facebook groups have 2 billion users. And there's a lot of opportunity on Facebook, most on consumer products, because you have people from all walks of life. The younger generation, though, they're trying to capture that younger generation. That's why they add a lot of innovation to Instagram to kind of retain them. But you will see the different age group on Facebook, mostly people that are older than 35 years old. Now, on Instagram is all about beautiful pictures, and restaurants and the beauty industry do excellent here. Actually, the person that does my eyebrows and my hair and all of that, we met through Instagram. So you want to be in front, top of mind, in front of people through Instagram, and add beautiful pictures for people to enjoy about your food. Not only pictures, now they have invested more than $1 billion in developing their video. So you have a lot of different layers to Instagram, and video is the way to go right now for them. And you have many brands that are participating on Instagram. It's almost like it's expected for you to be on Instagram. And how, when the internet emerged, people were like, if you didn't have a website, then you weren't a legit business. It's almost like similar to Instagram. You don't have an Instagram if profiles like, who are you? Because everyone likes to see maybe your portfolio, maybe you're a photographer, and you want to showcase your pictures. Of course, you have all these different influencers on Instagram. And if you're an individual and you do want to become an influencer, you can become an influencer. You're considered a micro influencer once you hit 1,000 followers. But you can also be a good influencer even if you have 500 and those people are interacting with you. One thing that I want to share with you, you have to be it's all about community, and you have to be very jealous of who enters, that community. In the beginning, I saw a lot of people following each other like for no reason, just to accumulate as many followers as possible. Don't do that, please, because you want to have the right customer, the one that is going to buy your product and contact you for your services. And we're going to talk more about Instagram, more in depth about Instagram and Facebook in another session. Now, there's no more Google Plus. For some reason, I see Google Plus in a lot of different websites. It's like it's lingering there. And Google Plus was phased out 2 years ago. And it was doing well, but not well enough. So it was phased out. And I have the numbers. Well, actually, I don't have the numbers for that because it started with 375 million, and then Google decided that they want to develop their Google for Business instead, and they adopted a lot of different items from the Google Plus to the Google for Business. So now on the Google for Business, believe it or not, you could have followers there. You can interact with your followers. You can post daily, and all of these things are for free, and it actually helps you with your ranking. So I have seen that my clients have the most success with Google for Business because they have changed so much, and they gave, and there's also for example, then today I send this notice to one of my clients for her to put her products. You can also put your products and the prices of your products. She sells not scooters. They're not electric scooters. They're like trick scooters. And I encourage her to put all of her scooters and the prices of those scooters on the Google for Business for her to be able to compete as well with, because right now other national brands, just a small business, but other national brands are kicking her butt as far as how much money they can invest a month for advertisement, but she can do it organically. And when people search for her business, they could see that the different products, and this is free, guys, like you can add different products on your Google for Business for free, the image, and also the cost of it. Then when people are searching for your products and services, it will show up. Also, offers. You can, if you have a restaurant and you wanna you have daily specials or weekly specials, you can do that through your Google for Business as well. You can add your offers, you can activate your and monitor how many people called your business from your Google for Business. You can update your interior pictures, you can update your exterior pictures, you can do 360 videos. I mean, you can do so many things. And not too long ago, your Google for Business also added the ability for you to add video as well. So there's a world of things that you could do for your business on Google for Business right now. You can, if you are an event, if you do events, or if you're a business that adds events, not necessarily an event planner, but if you have events going on, you can add events there too. And say, our upcoming events. There's different restaurants that they do not only have their restaurants in the daytime, but they also have their lounge on nighttime and special events during the weekend. You can add those events there as well. So there's a lot that you could offer with your Google. And LinkedIn. So with LinkedIn, we have, of course, it's business to business, very business oriented, and people will tell you if you are acting like you're in Facebook, people will let you know. They're very vocal, they're very professional, and everybody's very formal. So if you have a service or a product that it benefits another business, then you should be on LinkedIn. And also if you're recruiting, if you need help, because nationwide there's a shortage of workers, you can also go on LinkedIn and do that. For recruitment, LinkedIn is excellent for recruitment as well. If you are into the recruitment business, then use LinkedIn to help you. And they are also innovating so much. You can, do you know, well, maybe you don't, but you can follow hashtags on Instagram. Maybe some of you know that you can or not, but you can follow hashtags on Instagram for a particular topic. And we're going to talk about hashtags in another time, but hashtags is how you organize information on social media. And the information that pertains to you and your industry and the type of customers that you have, you can do that on Instagram. You can also now do it on LinkedIn. Also live videos you can do on LinkedIn. You do have to submit a request to do a live video. So if your target is other businesses, and your goal, as I mentioned from before, your goal is thought leadership or being the leader in your market, or the expert in your market, then you should think about doing live videos and just teach somebody something, okay? Or share a case study or share testimonials. There's so many things that you could do for other people to see you, to get to know you on LinkedIn, for you to reach other brands. You can, I also noticed on LinkedIn as well that it works best if you have your own personal profile and you're interacting with people through your own personal profile than your business. I have seen that businesses use their business profile to interact and connect with their employees mostly. So if you are an individual or a small business, start with your individual profile. I noticed that it works better, at least for us, the individual profile, but try first with the individual profile and then move into the business profile. The ads on LinkedIn, yes.
Oh, sorry. There's a couple questions in the chat when you have a moment relating
oh, wow.
to TikTok.
Oh my goodness.
If you can comment on TikTok as a, and,
oh my goodness,
and there's another question about where do you obtain usage data on social media for say ethnic demographics like Hispanic users? If you could.
Okay, so with identifying your I'm gonna go into that next, the analytics, on how to read the analytics, and if you have the right type of followers following you, because you want the right type of followers so they can, become customers. So I'm gonna go through that in a minute, if you will bear with me, because I'll show you how to find it. And let me see here. I've been talking, I didn't see the 16 questions, many questions. Okay.
Just TikTok.
Okay, so we didn't add TikTok here, but TikTok was the platform with the most growth during the pandemic. And they surpassed all of the other platforms because people wanted something short and sweet, videos that that could be entertaining for them. And if your demographic is a younger audience, a younger generation, similar to Snapchat, they are young, like under 35, then consider TikTok. TikTok has many different things. It has how to cook a meal. It's not only about dancing, although it has many cool music there that you could add. But Instagram also has what is called Reels that is similar to TikTok. And the reason why Instagram developed Reels is because TikTok they consider TikTok a big competitor. So if you are on Instagram, try Reels. They're very popular as well. That is, if your demographic is not as young as TikTok. Where can I obtain usage data if there's any? Okay, so this is a different question of what I'm gonna go over and how to see who is following you right now. The data, you can go to, there's somebody there. Nielsen is a very good tool to use on usage of any media platform that you would like. That's digital and TV. I think that's how do I okay. Great. The chat. Oh, I got stuck. One moment. Oh, one moment, guys. I have to for some reason I got stuck. Okay. So this is where we're going to take a moment, and this is an exercise, and you can do it on your phone. I'll do it on my phone, and also I'll do it on the desktop, because I know that perhaps some of you do not have your username or password on your desktop, and you would like to see it on the phone. So we're going to do an audit exercise of your company's target audience. Okay, so before we do this, you have to make sure that the profile, and this is a common mistake that I see often, that your profile is a business profile. If it's not a business profile, you won't see the analytics that you need. So you have to make sure that whether you are on Facebook or Instagram, that you are on a business profile. So we're going to find out what's the audience that are the most likely to buy your products or services, and if they're currently following you. So we're going to take a look at the average age, what percentage of male or female. If you're using Instagram, what percentage are Instagram or on Facebook, or perhaps you're using LinkedIn. And if you're using anything else, they usually call it the same, insights or analytics. So you can dive in and identify if you have the right demographic for your company. So I'm going to go ahead and exit real quick from here. And I have my phone connected so I can show you how to do it from your phone, from Instagram. So I'll give you a chance for you to open your Instagram up and go to your profile. So I'm going to give you a moment for you to do that. So when you go to Instagram, right, you're going to, oops, how can I take this out of here? Okay, here we go, better. You're going to see your all the posts that people have, have posted. But the
Are
way
you-
that you find out,
Zanabelle, are you
Yes.
sharing your Instagram page?
yes, I'm on my phone. Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's still showing the slides.
Okay, let me see here.
Stop share and reshare.
Stop share and then screen share. Oh, thank you. You're right. Okay, here we go. You see it?
Yes, now we can see.
Sorry about that. That is a
That is the girl in
tanning.
TV.
That is a tanning business. Okay, so you're going to be okay. So go into your profile, and when you go to your profile, you're going to see what other people have posted, right? So for you to find out who your audience is, you'll see this little bubble here where it says it should have your logo, your business logo on the bottom. If you could see it on your lower right hand corner, right? It will take you to your profile, and then on the top, let me see if I can move this from here. Okay, let me move this like away somewhere. Can I, let me see. Oh, it doesn't have a, I'll put it here. So you see this, we call this the hamburger menu on the top right hand corner. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to click on insights. Now, when you see your insight, this is an insights overview, right? You see how much you're growing, all that stuff, your audience. There's a arrow, right here for the
Zanabelle,
total.
Can
Yes.
can this also be done on on Instagram desktop or only on the app?
No, only on the app. The Instagram desktop is very, very limited. You can only upload Instagram TV videos. You can post, but that's it. Because Instagram was meant to be used on the mobile app. So that's the desktop will be. Facebook does have options for mobile and also the desktop. Okay, so and this changed recently. The way that you overview your insights changed recently. So they give you an overview similar to how you see your reports on Google Analytics, that you see like a snapshot. They're trying to be consistent across the board. You'll see it with Instagram Insights. So you're going to click on your audience, and then you're going to see like your top locations, your age range, the gender, and on the bottom of the most active times. So what's the age group that you're trying to target? What's the gender? For us, it's mostly we monitor the locations, but that's for us because I am in charge of the Orlando market. So I always want Orlando to be at the top. And I'll show you a client's insights too, as an example. This is our own, but I'll show you one of our clients. So if there's a mismatch of the exercise that we did earlier on who you're trying to reach or target, then it has to change. And I'll share with you how you can do that in 1 second.
Zanabelle,
Yes.
Zanabelle, for others, can you do it one more time? Click on the hamburger.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it with I'm gonna do it with this client. Okay.
Great.
So we're going to So when you enter, you're going to see, you know, or the post right here, right? So you're going to click on the bubble on the lower right-hand corner, right? You're going to click on that bubble, and then it's going to take you into your profile, okay? And you're going to go to the hamburger menu, because the only way you can see your hamburger menu is if you actually are in your profile, okay? So you're going to click there, and then you're going to click on Insights.
So just one more time, because there's Debbie, just so that you can see where it is. Click on the hamburger menu.
Yeah,
It's
so
a,
I'm gonna go ahead and open it, right? So we're gonna, when you open it initially, it will take you into the timeline, right? So you're gonna click on the little bubble here on the bottom, on the right-hand corner. It'll take you into your profile, and then you're going to click on the hamburger menu.
okay, and then it's the third one down. So settings,
Yes,
archive, then insights.
yes.
Okay, Debbie's
Yep.
saying it's not there.
See, if it's not there, then you are in a personal. It needs to be a business profile. So in order for you to track your progress, if all this effort, you know, that you're doing, you cannot track, is very difficult. So you have to make sure that you switch to a business profile or open a business profile. So if you're in your own personal one, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
So when you click on Insights, you're going to click on the audience, right? And now this client has another business and Dominican Republic. So this account that is managed is particularly for customers in Orlando, and they also have tourists that come from Dominican Republic and New York. All the other cities are part of, you know, the same region. So Orlando and Kissimmee are next to each other. Santiago is 30 minutes away from Santo Domingo, and they have artists and musicians and customers that come to visit them from New York. So this is great. The location is great. And you'll see the age range here, mostly millennials. Yes, they like to party. This is a restaurant / lounge. So they do a lot of parties here, but you have to make sure that your followers make sense to you. And mostly are women, because that's how they make their money. And that's how any restaurant or business at night make their money, is you have the most women as possible, and the men will come and they're the one that pay for the drink. So it's perfect. So that's how you go ahead and go and see your followers on Instagram specifically. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna go here and show you real quick, since I'm on the phone, and then I'm gonna transition to the desktop. I'm gonna go ahead and go to how you do it on Facebook. So when you open up Facebook, and the same thing, you have to have your when you are in your personal Facebook, you see this little bubble on the lower right hand corner. It's kind of like similar to Instagram. You see it here, and then you're going to select your page. And how do you select your page? Well, we have managed so many pages right here, but you'll have access to your page at the top. Well, you should have only your page there. I have so many, but you should only have your page there. So when you see your page here on the top, oh my God, my graphic designer, I'm sorry, guys. So on the top right here, you're going to move or to the left, right? All these resources right here with your finger. You're going to move it to the left, and you're going to see more. You're going to click more, and you're going to click on insights. When you click on insights, you're going to scroll the way down. It's everybody following me. So when you're on insights, it should say page insights on the top, right? And you're going to go all the way down, and you're going to see audiences. And when you see audiences, you're going to click on audiences. Let's see here. On see more on the bottom. Yeah, see the grace grayed out. It's very easy to miss. There's a lot of hidden things on Instagram and Facebook. So we'll show you where things are located in that section, because we're gonna dedicate 1 hour for Instagram and 1 hour for Facebook, so you guys can get acquainted on where things are located, how you do things there and things like that. So this is just a little part so you can be aware of who is following you. So when you click there, you'll see the age and gender in the top locations. So I have, the state of Florida and Massachusetts, which is what I want. And then something very unique, you'll see what people like. So far, so good. Yes.
If people have questions, type them in the chat or raise your hand so that we can unmute you. And I'd love to show me one more time, because now I can't backtrack to this. Zanibel?
Yeah.
How do I
It's
get
deep.
to this audience
Yeah.
insight?
Facebook is a little bit more tricky. Like, I have a hate and love relationship with Facebook because they're changing things all the time. So I'm gonna go back and do it one more time for you guys, because
So where am I in the Facebook app?
yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it one more time. So I'm gonna click on my Facebook app, and it'll show me my feed. All right.
Mhm.
So then I'm gonna click on this little bubble that should have, my face on it. But you, if you're managing a business with your personal account, you should see it there. So the pages that you manage should be here. The pages that you manage on Facebook should be at the top, right? So you're gonna click that, and your page should appear. So you're gonna click on your page, right? And then you'll see different options at the bottom of the name of your business. So you're going to scroll left until you see the option for more. When you see the option for more, it's the third option, similar to Instagram, and you're going to click insights. And you have many different insights, but we're not gonna go through that right now because we're doing one thing at a time. So we're gonna go ahead and scroll all the way down until you see audience. So most people will just click, the number, but that's not that. It won't give you anything. It will just, if you click that, it will just give you the page likes. So you have to click see more. Okay, so you click see more, and then you have your demographics there. That's how you find it. Okay, So far, so good. Let me see. In the chat. So this is an exercise, so I can take questions. Where? And that was with to switch to a business profile. You can switch, yes. You can switch to a business profile. That's a great question. So let me go to my own personal so I don't mess up any of my client stuff. So let me see if I can. And I'm gonna do this here to make sure that it's in the
There's one question from, where did I just see it?
okay, I'm gonna answer the question for this one first. Is that okay? That how does you
Yeah.
switch to a business profile?
Yeah, and I put in a comment there.
Okay, so, oh, okay, yes. Great, thank you. So, so you can see it visually. So this is your personal, you go to the hamburger, you go to settings, and then, wait a minute, I did it. Account. And then on the bottom, you can switch it to a professional account. Oh, I can move this. Okay, good. So that's my personal. So you go to the hamburger, you go to the settings, you go
And
to your account, and then it's on the bottom.
so this is, I'm gonna unmute Debbie. This is her question. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Debbie.
Hey.
Hi. Okay, I have two questions real quick. First of all, I'm a massage therapist, so I'm not sure what platform. I'm not on any of them, but right now I think I have to go on because, because of COVID, I lost my business and now I'm restarting after being gone for a year. And I have a new location and all that. So I know I want to advertise. I'm going to have some help, but I want to know what is the best platform. Would it be Facebook instead of all of those, those platforms? And my other
So,
question,
oh, go ahead. Oh, wait, let me, okay, go ahead. I'm writing it down so I don't forget. Go ahead.
yeah, my other question is, when I first started doing massage, I did set up a business page on Facebook, but there's a lot of old information and everything on here. So I know I'm going to have to delete all this. There's pictures and everything. There's quotes and stuff too for massage. So I'll probably have to delete all this stuff that's on here. How do I delete what's on my Facebook page, business page?
Okay, so the first question, which platform you should get started with? So for massage therapists, what I have seen work for them is, believe it or not, is your Google for Business. Updating all your pictures there. Use it as a social media, actually. When you update all your pictures, you'll start ranking among other businesses. Make sure that you update your offers there. And I would just suggest to do two right now to get you started. But if you want to see the fastest result, is your Google for Business, as far as like getting clients through their door. Okay.
I do have a meeting with Google for Business tomorrow.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, very nice. Good. Yes. So make sure that you update all your pictures at least on a monthly basis. But if you have time, I will do it like just like if it was a social media. Every time that you do a job that it looks good, you put it there. And make sure that you protect also the privacy, of your clients. So you can do because now you can post videos on Google for Business. So you can do, ask for permission, and do little videos, here and there that are creative, that maybe you don't show the face, or maybe it's a good client of yours that doesn't mind, that you show that you're, working on her face or on her back. So you can do that first, and then you can transition into Instagram, because Instagram is very big on the beauty industry, as well. So I will suggest those two. As far as for your Facebook page, you can delete it on settings, I believe, but if you can try starting from scratch, because it will be really tedious and a lot of work for you to delete. But how many followers do you have there, and do you have the right followers?
No, not many at all. It's only like 27 or something like that, because I set this up years ago and I really never followed through.
Did you have, okay, so did you have access to that account? Can you go in there and make changes?
Yeah, if I knew how. I don't
Oh
know.
God, okay.
Nobody
Okay.
else has access to
Do you
my
have,
account.
okay, so have you downloaded your Facebook app on your phone?
Yes, my Facebook is on my phone.
Okay, so when you go in, and I'm gonna tell you something. Instead, if you don't have a lot of content, it's all right. You can start new with that account, and I'll tell you why. Your analytics, like Facebook, start recording your analytics, so you can see your efforts. Who's following you, how your content is performing, and everything like that. When you reach 100 followers, and they start monitoring interactions. So going back, don't worry about the old content, because it will drown out. People are not gonna scroll all the way to 2015. They're gonna be active into what you're posting right now, and just make it look nice. They have a nice banner. Your banners can have video in there, and I'll show you. It makes it more interesting and different. You can have a video on your banners, and you can start sharing with your own contacts first, so they know what you're doing. A little tip that I want to give you, if you really want to keep your Facebook page, is to invite people on your page, do a Facebook Live, to come see you, and especially if you have specials going on. So do not delete it. Just leave it as is, and just work on increasing your follower count to 100, and you can start with your friends, so Facebook can start recording data for you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. No problem. Okay, any other questions? Let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and exit from here, and then I'm gonna go back. Okay, I have to stop share and reshare to the presentation, back to the presentation. Okay. So Facebook, on LinkedIn, you can do it on your desktop. And I'm gonna do Facebook on desktop as well, in case somebody doesn't have the app on their phone. So while we wait for Facebook to load, if you are on Instagram, the way that you could do it is you can either type your business profile here, or you can go under your picture that it's in this bubble right here, and go to your company name on the bottom. You're gonna go ahead and go to analytics and go to followers instead of visitors. So you're going to see the top locations. They don't show the gender, but they show the locations that you're targeting and also the industries. And you can see who's following you in your business page. So the followers that you're trying to target, are they in the right industry? And like I mentioned before, for me, for my personal use, I like to be on my personal, because it brings in the most for me. I have the most interactivity with my personal LinkedIn profile than on my business. And then on Facebook, I have the dark mode, and I don't want you to get confused. I have the dark mode, it's an option, so it could be better for the eyes. But if you open your Facebook, it will be, white, and everything is the same place. It's just, one is dark and one is white. So you're going to go ahead and click on pages on your left-hand corner on Facebook. And then you're going to click on your page. And you're going to see options here. There are many, many options on your left-hand corner, right? And you're going to click on Insights at the bottom. And instead of clicking on followers, because that's kind of like your you gravitate, to clicking on followers to see like the data. It won't show you data for, gender, location, anything like that. It will just show you, how many followers, if you increase or decreased. And they separated this to make it, quote unquote, better. But if you want to see the actual demographics, you have to click on people. So make sure that, and it's, it's a little bit different on the desktop. So instead of clicking on followers, you're gonna click on people. And when you click on people, you'll be able to see the information. So you will see how many are women, men, and from where. So I have a city, same. So Orlando, Florida, and I have Boston, Massachusetts. So everything is consistent across platforms of the markets that I target. And you can click here. They separated your fans from your followers. So your fans now are your demographics, and then you have your the breakdown of your followers. This is like similar. And this is what I'm talking about with Facebook. They changed the page insights and analytics to make it easier and better. But sometimes it is not easier and better. So that's why I wanted to make sure that you guys knew where that it's located for now. So let's go back to this analysis. So hopefully you filled this in, because you're going to see right here on where your customers are hanging out. Okay, here we go. So this was recently updated. They update this data, the Pew Research Center, every 2 years. So that way they can keep track. The older one that I have, the older copy of this in 2017, and only included up till Twitter, and they added Reddit and WhatsApp this time. So if you, something that I wanted to mention, because WhatsApp is in this chart, is that if you offer products overseas, you should have a WhatsApp account, because all of my clients that come from overseas, if you sell the restaurant that they establish their business here. They have one in Dominican Republic and they have one here. They prefer to speak to me through WhatsApp. So if that's you, if you are trying to reach out to more of an international clientele, give them that option, and you can actually add your WhatsApp number on your website. And since everything is interconnected as well, Facebook is interconnected all of their platforms. They're gonna also add just WhatsApp to the chat where you see all the messages that come in from Instagram and Facebook in one place, which we're going to talk about when we talk about Facebook. You will also see WhatsApp messages integrated there as well. So you see the your demographics. YouTube is awesome for search engine optimization, you know, optimizing all of your videos, but it also has, you know, more women interact. In general, women are the ones that are leading in social media. We're always on social media. We're like almost impulsive buyers on social media. You have 93% of Facebook users are between the ages of 25 to 29. So if that is your age group, and by all means, you can try YouTube. And you can do product demonstrations on how your product works. Also do keywords so you can be found on search through YouTube. And Facebook, well, as I mentioned before, 35 and older. Actually, my husband has a 20-year-old, and she hates being on Facebook because she says that all the old people are there. I mean, I don't consider myself old or anything like that. I mean, hello, but Facebook is for an older generation. And don't forget, you know, that the Generation X, and they're more established. You know, they're born in the 70s, and they're established, and they can be a good target group. I don't know, for some reason, people are kind of like fixated on millennials, and they leave out Generation X. And millennials are segmented into two different groups, by the way. This is a very common mistake. Millennials are not, you know, stuck being 20-year-olds. It's a generation. For some reason, people get it confused. So millennials are those born from the 1980 to 1996. That's a segmentation of millennials. You have your 30-year-olds and you have your 20-year-olds. That's your millennials, and they have different preferences in those two separate segmentations. And then you have Generation Z, which is your 18-year-olds, or those that were born after 1996. And right now, they're, you know, one of the current behaviors that Generation Z has is that they don't want to go to college, which is not a bad thing. They want to start, you know, their own business. They want to go to technical schools and make money right now. That's one of their behaviors. But they already joined the workforce. So don't forget about them and their behaviors. You have, of course, the other demographics on Instagram, which is a younger demographic compared to a Snapchat. They're fighting. They're right there with each other. Pinterest, I mentioned to you guys before, although you have a younger demographic there, is excellent because you see it's from 18 to 24, but if you are in the wedding industry, those are, you know, that are in their mid-20s are getting married. So it all depends on what you're trying to offer or what you're trying to sell. So I'm going to leave this up so you guys can take a picture with your phone, and please finish this exercise because we're gonna get back to it on the other trainings. Because I will show you how to reach the demographics, how to reach them organically and how to reach them with paid ads, because we have sessions for this. Okay, this got stuck again. For some reason, it gets stuck. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have you do another exercise across social platforms. I want you to make a list of your competition. Who are you competing with in your area? Write down their social profiles. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Do they have a LinkedIn page? Are they on YouTube? Are they on TikTok? Like, where are they? And what are they doing? What are their strengths? And how do you find what's their strengths and weaknesses there? Are their posts quality posts? Are they doing video? I mean, that could be an opportunity for you. If they're not doing video, then you do video, because video is number one right now for content. And it's really, really effective. It'll give you the most engagement ever. So if they're not doing video, make sure that you prioritize doing video so you can be ahead. We're the most popular content. How do you know what is their most, better content or most important content or content that resonates? Well, you're gonna take a look at their posts and how other people are interacting with them. Are people commenting? Are people liking it? Are people sharing it? It's a good exercise to see what your competitors are up to. Oh, you know what? If you don't, they're gonna get your market share. They're gonna get your customer. Another thing too that I wanted to mention on how customers interact with you and how do they buy from you. And we're going to talk about the two different ways that they do that through a product, a product and a service. The way that they interact with you is different, whether you sell product or service. So when it's a service, they will DM you, and I'll show you that with one of my clients I'm going to use as a sample, and how that interactivity happens, because I need you to see it. I don't want to put graphics and charts in the slides and then you know what you're doing. I'm going to show you. So when you have a client that wants to reserve with you and they DM you, you know how to respond, and you know how to reserve, you know how to sell. Okay. So we're going to get there, but please let me know what your competitors are doing. Write down the key takeaways from the competition, share your results. So as I mentioned in the beginning, we're hopefully you will be interacting and writing down what you have learned from this session. So what have worked well? If you have social media, or you have been doing social media, don't throw away everything. One of the questions that I had with a client that had an Instagram was that they wanted to change the look and feel of the Instagram. They're like, do I have to delete everything? And you don't, just start anew. All of those old, posts and things like that will drown out, and just start anew, because remember, you need a certain amount of followers so they can do an accurate reading of your reports and analytics for you. So just make an assessment of what has worked well for you in the past and what didn't work well. And then based on the information that you have learned today, we're going to change. We have to change, especially with, We were hit hard, many of us, and you should be proud of yourself that you're still standing, you're still surviving, you're still working, on your business. Do not give up. This is a chance for you to pivot your business, to move forward, to work on your business. So I need you to make this assessment first so we can strategize moving forward, because you're going to apply whatever you learned today, you're going to be applying it for the next couple of webinars. If you learn anything new today, please share it on social media and tag Higher Dreams, tag Latins, Amplified Latins, and also, well, that's the hashtag. The hashtag, I'm gonna share the hashtag with you in a second. Right here. Make sure that you use Power Up Latins Biz as a hashtag. So I'm gonna go back. We're almost done here, and then I'm gonna open up for questions. So also think about your goals for the next period or quarter. The way that we monitor success on social media, especially when it has to do with sales, is that we look at quarters on how we performed this quarter compared, to last year or the year before. So the data will tell you if you're doing good as far as the sales go and all of that. So I need you to set your goals there, and your goals need to be specific. They need to be clear, and just set 3 of your top goals for this quarter and the changes that you will make based on what you learned today. So I'm gonna give you homework because I was a teacher, so you need to do your homework. So I'm going to share with you an editorial calendar, and I'm gonna show you how to fill this out, because we're gonna talk about content, and it's a very intense webinar for content on how you're going to develop your content, what is it that you're going to share, how you're going to craft it, all of that stuff. So, but before we get there, we have to write things down we can transition there. I'm going to go ahead and share this in the chat. Let me see here. Oh, here we go, chat. I'm gonna share it to everyone. Please do not edit on this because it's just shared Google Doc. You can print it, you can copy it, you can download it into your desktop, because then then it will be like a bunch of people trying to edit. So when you do this homework, I want you to avoid filling this out. I'll show you how to do that later, okay, during the content session. What I want you to do is create a topic for each day of the week. Now, notice that later on, I'm gonna make you choose only 3 days of the week. But for right now, you're going to choose a topic that you're going to talk about on social media, about your product or service mostly, and just choose a day on what is it that you're going to post. Then put a call to action in there. Do I need to go to the bio to purchase or do a reservation? Do I need to call a phone number? That's very, very common when people post in their business. They don't share like, so okay, so what do I do? What do I do next? Like, you have to be very straightforward. You can call me at this number. You can visit my website. You can download this here. You can click on the link on the bio. You have to be very specific. What time are you going to publish? And remember in the analytics, I will show you later on on how the times that you can publish, because it will tell you when your users are the most active. So we're going to explore that. Are you going to use a video? Are you going to use an image? And where are you going to publish it? So do not worry about the first two sections. Do not worry about the hashtags right now. Just do the topics, the call to action, around what time, videos and images, if you're going to use the video or image, and an idea of what is it, so brainstorming an idea of what it is, on how you're going to, what is it going to have. If it's a video, is it a training video? Is it a product demonstration video? If it's a picture, is it a picture in the office? Do no food pictures unless you are a restaurant. And if you are a restaurant, what meals? And then where? So I'm gonna leave you with that homework right there. This is how you contact me. I'm gonna, well, I don't know if we have time for questions. We only have 5 minutes, but I'm going to share the survey. Remember that everyone has a chance to win Amazon gift cards. So we're gonna choose a winner weekly for a $25 Amazon gift card. So I'm going to share the survey for this session in the chat. And we're going to choose a winner next week. Oopsie, here we go. So the next webinar is going to be about content. So make sure that you do your homework, that you think about your business model, think about your brand, how you want others to perceive you, think about your SMART objectives, think about if the efforts that you have been putting into your social media have been fruitful as far as the right target audience that have been following you for the last couple of years, and also fill out the form on what your competitors are doing, because there's a lot of areas of opportunity that you can take advantage of. You have to do it smarter and better than them all the time. And fill out the sheet that I gave you, because we're going to use that sheet. This is so you can brainstorm, because we're gonna explore different platforms to make this process for you easier, faster, efficient. There's platforms out there that you could use to make this whole process easier. But the beginning is always thinking about what is it that you want to do for social media? What do you want to get out of it? Because everyone wants to be on social media and they know that it's important, but they don't take the time to think about their goals and objectives and what they could do different, because we're small business owners, we are doing everything. But this is your time to think about what you have been doing, do things different, and so you can increase your sales and finally be either half digital or fully digital. So join us next week so that we can explore social media contents that work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zanibel. And if you have any questions, feel free to share them in the survey if you'd like, and we can follow up there as well. And remember to sign up for the next session if you didn't already. And we'll send a thank you email tomorrow with the recording. Thank you all for joining. Have a great night.
Thank you, Sanibel, a great presentation. Thank you, Betty, and everybody that participated. So hopefully we will see you next week. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.